It was on Sunday, October 25, 2020, that Caroline Joy Veronilla made Misamis Oriental proud for her astounding and phenomenal run in the finals of the Miss Universe Philippines pageant held at the Baguio Country Club in Baguio City. The Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan cum laude graduate was one of the top 16 finalists out of the 40-plus candidates vying for the crown. Although the 5'7" beauty's journey ended in the top 16, she was able to not only showcase the beauty of Misamis non-women in the swimsuit and evening gown competitions, wearing the masterfully made creations of local designers, but also the wit and intelligence in the top 16 speech round. Because of such proud achievement, Miss Veronilla not only placed Misamis Oriental on the pageant map, but also, from the words of Provincial Tourism Officer Attorney Jeffrey Saclot, an effective ambassadress of Misamis Oriental's tourism. The whole province and the people of Misamis Oriental express our heartfelt thanks to Caroline Veronilla for bringing honor and pride to the province. Also on Sunday, the Food Committee headed by the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office under Junley Mar Abella, assisted by personnels from the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management under Fernando Vincent B. Jr., delivered 600 food packs to affected families of the recent flooding in Villanueva, Misamis Oriental. Severely affected families were from Barangay Poblacion 1, 2, and 3, Barangay Dayawan, Barangay Look, and Barangay Katipunan. Governor Bambi Emano reminded PDRRMO and PSWD to be always on alert, especially that the remaining last 2 months of 2020 will be wet and rainy. He stressed not to just focus on COVID-19 emergency responses, but also deal with natural calamities that might hit the province. On Monday, October 26, 2020, was the regular flag raising ceremony of the provincial capital of Misamis Oriental, attended by no less than Governor Bambi Emano, members of the majority bloc of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, members of the MODHA, and government workers and employees joined the Provincial Assessor's Office leading the 29th virtual flag hoisting. It was also on Monday that 5 employees from the provincial government of Misamis Oriental have been cited for excellence in service. The 5 staff from different offices were named the top performing employees or the Garbong Empleyado sa Kapitolyo Provincial for the year 2019. They received a plaque of recognition and some cash from the governor. Ms. Jessica Inday Galindo, HRMO head, said this appreciation is part of the incentive award system of the government based on performance, innovative ideas, and exemplary behavior. The awardees are as follows. Governor Bambi Emano is hopeful that the activity will have a positive outcome and an empowering atmosphere that will encourage other public servants to strive to be better. Also on Monday, the Measles Rubella Supplemental Immunization Activity or MRSIA finally commenced and will last until November 25 of 2020. The said immunization activity is for children aged 9 to 59 months old. MRSIA is a simultaneous national campaign conducted by the Department of Health with the support of the World Health Organization and UNICEF. Measles and rubella are both fatal. That is why, in spite of the pandemic, the province's health department aims to give more protection to these children to prevent an outbreak. PHO targeted 83,528 children aged 9 to 59 months in Misamis Oriental to receive the vaccine. Governor Bambi Emano, through the Provincial Health Office of Misamis Oriental, together with the Department of Health, will continue working together to protect our children and empower and support our barangays as the campaign unfolds. Additionally, on Monday, 562 barangay nutrition scholars in the entire province of Misamis Oriental rejoiced as their third quarter honorarium is underway. The distribution, following safe healthy protocols, was facilitated by the Provincial Health Office Nutrition Division under its active head, Ms. Marites Gomez. She said the 1.6 million budget is in line with the BNS actual involvement in barangay affairs and their performance of duties and functions as barangay functionaries. This is also in appreciation of Governor Bambi to their efforts for visiting families every day so that they can bring the capital's health programs and the Department of Health to the households. On Tuesday, October 27, 2020, Provincial Agriculturist Jose Apollo Pacamalan and Committee on Agriculture Chairman Frederick Eric Cu collaborated with the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines Claveria to boost the coffee production capability of Misamis Oriental. An on-field technology trial program briefing was initiated alongside the farm layouting for Arabica coffee in Barangay Lanisi in the said municipality. Claveria was chosen as the municipality for the Arabica growing trial due to the area possessing all the necessary requirements to successfully grow the coffee plants, particularly the high elevation and balanced climate. This program is closely monitored and supported by Governor Bambi Emano as the governor plans to develop Misamis Oriental into becoming one of the major coffee suppliers not only in the country but also around the world to meet the growing demands of the international market while simultaneously empowering farmers in the province by improving their livelihoods and increase income. Still on Tuesday, PAGRO, through Mr. Jose Apollo Pacamalan and board member Eric Cu, inspected the Hito fish pond of Mrs. Gina Sabunod in Gumaod, Claveria. Mrs. Sabunod is one of the beneficiaries of the Hito Livelihood Program of the provincial capital who reported that her Hito fish pond suffered damages due to flooding in their area. The said capital officials responded swiftly and assessed that only minor damages too were sustained by the fish pond. Mrs. Sabunod expressed her gratitude to the said officials and to Governor Bambi Emano for the constant support received by her family, especially that their Hito fish pond have become a great help in sustaining their livelihood, especially now at the time of the pandemic. The rapid action of board member Cu and provincial agriculturist Pacamalan only proves that the service of Governor Bambi can be quickly reached by the beneficiaries not only in times of abundance but also in times of hardship and great need. On Wednesday, October 28, 2020, was the third Poverty Reduction, Livelihood and Employment Cluster web meeting with Provincial Governor of Misamis Oriental, Bambi Emano, as Chairman of PRLEC, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA, as sponsoring office and actively participated by different line of government agencies of Region 10 such as the Department of Agriculture, Department of Labor and Employment, 58th Infantry Battalion, the Department of Agrarian Reform, and many others. The meeting aims to promote harmonized deliberation of basic services and social development programs from each partner agencies to help various community or individual to generate income. Also on Wednesday, the Provincial Engineering Office Barangay Infrastructure Project under Engineer Tessie Gales submitted a report on the summary of the projects of Governor Bambi Emano under the Barangay Empowerment Program: road concreting and repair, covered courts, barangay halls, evacuation center, water system, waiting shed, drainage systems, daycare centers, stage, public markets, healthcare facilities, and many others were among the many projects in the 424 barangays around the province that are now in place. A total of 138 different projects were completed from the year 2014 to 2019, amounting to 61,739,734.13. From the total number, 80 projects were inaugurated, 21 were turned over, and 37 were projects subject for inauguration. Over the years of serving the province, Governor Bambi, through its Barangay Empowerment Program, aims to improve the facilities and services to the people in every barangay and to empower them by providing them with the support they need. On Thursday, October 29, 2020, personnels from the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office under Fernando Vincent P. Jr. conducted pre-disaster risk assessment to ensure the execution of preparedness, actions, and coordination with concerned agencies, especially this rainy season and upcoming typhoons. The team carried out an ocular inspection of the water level markers at Taguluan and Alubihid Bridge in preparation for any possible water rising to avoid flood surge. In fact, Mr. D immediately convened an emergency meeting in preparation of Typhoon Rolly delay and possible entry of tropical storm Atsani. Governor Bambi wants to ensure that PDRRMO has a concrete strategic plan for possible deployment and prepositioning of personnel and assets in case of emergency so that Misamisnan's lives can be saved. Furthermore, on Thursday, to conclude the celebration of the Cooperative Month, the Provincial Capital Employees Multipurpose Cooperative or PICEMCO, led by Chairman Andrew Gapuz and Provincial Cooperative Office Misamis Oriental headed by Mr. Alberto Boboy Akain, initiated a bloodletting activity dubbed as Dugong Co-op at the Provincial Capital Kiosk, Capital Park. Blood collected in the event will be handed over to Northern Mindanao Medical Center for the benefit of patients needing blood transfusion. According to Chairman Andrew Gapuz, the event is timely and of significance, for we are in a time where the demand for blood as a leading medical need has risen due to dengue, COVID-19, and other deadly illnesses. 103 donors participated in the event, 66 of which were successfully donated by the members of the different cooperative sector in the province, members of PICEMCO, provincial capital employees, and by civilian volunteers. Through the support of Governor Bambi Emano, PICEMCO and the Provincial Cooperative Office hopes that through the bloodletting event, lives will be saved. On Friday, October 30, 2020, a team from the Provincial Agriculture Office led by Ms. Michelle Rosval Moros Lase went to the Philippine Coconut Authority Davao Research Center in Davao del Sur for the acquisition of 10,000 sweet aromatic cocoa seed nuts that will be used in the distribution and establishment of varietal coconut farm in Misamis Oriental as a source of planting materials. Research Manager of PCA Davao Research Center, Dr. Liberty Canha, personally turned over the cocoa seed nuts to Pagro with her hopes that the sweet aromatic cocoa seed nuts will revitalize the coconut industry of the province and open new doors for other potential markets. Governor Bambi Emano specifically plans for the sweet aromatic coconut to be processed into young coconut water drink as an additional product of Misamis Oriental to be exported to other countries. From October 28 and 29, PSWD continued its distribution of food packs to families under focused containment due to COVID-19. The team handed over 300 food packs to the municipality of Taguluan intended for affected families in Barangay Sugbong Kogon and Kasinglot. They likewise dispersed another 100 food packs to Barangay Maputi in Naawan, Misamis Oriental, whose barangay is under localized lockdown. This effort is in line with Governor Bambi's mandate to ensure that those affected by COVID-19 will be carefully attended to. On Saturday, October 31, 2020, rescue team from the PDRRMO transported 2 patients on 2 separate occasions. One was a COVID-positive patient rushed to Mantikau MOPH for immediate care and medical assistance. On that same day, the team also carried out humanitarian transport of a patient with comorbidity. All these efforts are made possible under the command of its active head, Fernando Vincent Lee Jr. And a total of 249 locally stranded individuals and 93 returning overseas Filipinos have arrived in Misamis Oriental after being stranded for several months in Manila and other parts of Luzon and Visayas due to the implemented lockdowns caused by the coronavirus disease pandemic. The Travel and Arrival Committee, in coordination with PESO, have so far recorded a total of 8,492 Misamisnans safely transported back to their hometowns since May of this year. With this recent development, the provincial IATF under Dr. Jerry Kalingasan urged Misamisnans to continue follow without let up all health protocols strictly imposed by the agency, local government units, and other concerned line agencies of the government.
For me, success looks like this. We are safe, our economy is back on track and growing. We are healthy, we can move about easily. We have homes that we are proud of, and we have a government that we trust and believe in. Most of all, we have hope for our future. We just have to continue to work hard every day to deliver this vision to all Misamisnans. Jinky Rosit, PIO.